CX was supposed to be the future of Beyblade X. Heavier, flashier, full of customization, but it launched with a lot of issues. Top heaviness, parts that overpromised and underdelivered, exclusive releases that gave us major FOMO all over the player base. The CX line has definitely stumbled a bit so far. But as it's the future of Beyblade X, Takara Tomy has noticed, and I believe the steps that they've been taking are putting the custom line back on track. And after its rocky start, brand new November CX releases might finally be the patch from Takara Tomy that CX really needed to cement itself into the Beyblade X meta. CX has been one of the most debated parts of Beyblade X since launch, and now that we've got a few months of tournament data, a variety of releases and parts to choose from, the story is starting to get really interesting. Today, I want to reflect on CX, how CX started out, how it's slowly tried to sneak into the meta since release, and why November's new releases, the Emperor Might deck set and the Wolf Hunt CX starter, could finally make CX the powerhouse it was meant to be. Ready to get creative and customize the next meta staple? Let's get into it. Just before that, this video wouldn't be possible without sponsors of the channel, Bays and Bricks, Newsel 3D, and Baylocker. Use code WIZARD at any of these shops to support the channel and get 8 to 10% off your next order. Also, check out the official Anti-Wizard Wizard Club merch store, linked right down below in the description for high-quality embroidered apparel like this, lock chip stickers, cups, pins, and so much more. It's made to order with premium quality materials, and everything is thoughtfully designed by myself. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, but if merch isn't your thing, consider becoming an official member of the Anti-Wizard Wizard Club through YouTube's channel membership program. By hitting the join button down below, for just a few bucks, you'll gain access to early video releases, an exclusive members-only Discord server with myself, other content creators, and community members, direct access to my data-driven analysis and spreadsheets, and the ability to ask me questions about the data or anything else directly. Thank you again for your support, and with all of that said, let's get right back into the video. When CX first dropped, it came out swinging with bold designs, exciting additions to fan-favorite motifs like Dran and Wizard, and some decently heavy parts. I remember first getting my hands on Wizard Arc, the aggressive triple-axis curves that Dran Brave offered, and hearing about the anime fans' excitement for Perseus Dark. The Reaper and Warlock main in me was really excited about Perseus, but players quickly learned that the weight wasn't everything with these releases, and for the most part, they've not really been able to break into the top tiers of the Beyblade X meta. If you had to point at one thing, the core issue is height. CX blades almost universally stand taller than BX and UX, which means their contact points often sit too high, and they become easier to destabilize. In real matches, that causes a huge problem. Instead of metal hitting metal, your CX blade's plastic assist blade takes the brunt of the impact. That plastic contact zone reduces both stamina and stability and does little to impact the opposing blade compared to metal contact, and the extra height means these bays tip over faster when they get clipped off balance. Even the metal lock chip from Valkyrie Volt, which was supposed to be the biggest power-up for CX, actually ended up making it worse most of the time. And trust me, after being one of the first to go out and buy Valkyrie Volt on release, the buyer's remorse is real. But at least it looks awesome. By adding more weight up top, the metal lock chip actually increased the wobble of these already unsteady CX blades. The result was a combo that looked strong on paper and could hit like a truck, but was very easy to play around and underperformed in real testing. Soon after, we got the release of Hell's Reaper, which did give us kick, but that really isn't a CX exclusive part, so I don't think it did too much to help CX specifically. And the release of Fox Brush gave us the Jaggy assist blade, which has been a standout assist blade, not because of its shape, but because of its height. This is when we first started to see Takara Tomy try and address some of the issues that CX has been running into since release by releasing an equally short out-of-the-way assist blade to complement Slash, which was really the only assist blade anyone bothered using at the highest levels of play at the time. And then came the release of Pegasus Blast in the CX-08 random booster set. This was a huge moment for CX that still defines what the top levels of play look like for CX today. First of all, Pegasus Blast as a main blade was at the time the heaviest main blade to release and has an excellent shape reminiscent of the extremely competitive prize bay Aero Pegasus. Complement the Blast main blade with the newly released Wheel assist blade at the time, and you have a complete monster of a balanced wrecking ball in your hands. The Wheel assist blade was a bit taller than Slash or Jaggy, but made up for it with its incredibly round shape, which was extremely efficient at absorbing incoming hits. And as more meta development occurred, the first top-tier CX blade combo surfaced in Blast Wheel. This is the first time CX has started to look truly competitive, but don't take my word for it. Check out the data in my November meta roundup, which includes thousands upon thousands of data points meticulously rounded up for your convenience to see how Blast and other parts stack up in the current meta. That's linked down below. In the latest meta roundup, we can see that Blast lands in the top 10 blades overall, ranking above classic favorites such as Tyranno Beat, Drownbuster, Nightmail, and even other new releases like Samurai Caliber and Scorpio Spear. And almost every one of those top combos for Blast is using the Wheel assist blade. Blast with Wheel accounts for over 70% of all the CX podium finishes in October. It's the first time we've seen CX genuinely compete with top BX and UX combos, but it's still not enough. CX as a concept is all about customization. When the absolute best, most optimized parts from the CX line are still not even getting the blade to crack into the top 5 or finding a place in the top 20 combos, it can't be considered an absolute top meta contender. That is, until now. We've just gotten the release of the Emperor Might deck set alongside the new CX starter, Wolf Hunt, and these new releases are an absolute breath of fresh air and excitement in regards to the CX line. First, the Emperor Might deck set brings to the masses the Metal Lock Chip, a second one of that for those who already own Valkyrie. But more importantly, it pairs this lock chip with the brand new Heavy Assist Blade, and this thing is brilliant. Heavy matches the short height of Slash and Jaggy, but it's also now the heaviest assist blade as well. That combination means CX blades can finally shift some of that weight downward, closer to the stadium floor, improving balance and stability immensely. It really feels like, with this release, Takara Tomy wants to show they are listening. Instead of doubling down on just the gimmicks, looking at you, Turbo and Operate, they're also adjusting the fundamentals. Weight distribution, contact height, and part synergy. But if that wasn't enough, there's also Wolf Hunt, which introduces the free assist blade. This takes the free spin gimmick from UX's Silver Wolf and gives it to all of CX, but in assist blade form. It's slightly taller than Heavier Slash, but the free spin adds defensive potential that could make CX even more flexible and leads into the design philosophy of Wheel. That is to say, if they're going to be making less than optimal contact by hitting the assist blade, you might as well make it as favorable for the CX blade in that situation as possible. Between Heavy's low center of gravity and Free's spin mechanics, CX might soon have the proper resources it needs to usher in the new era of heavyweights in the Beyblade X meta. And that's huge, because CX's whole identity was supposed to be about customization. With this many new parts being designed with competitive viability in mind, it's finally starting to live up to that promise. The future of CX is looking bright. Are we quite there yet? No, but we're making progress. If Heavy and Free deliver what they promise and the Emperor Might deck set balances the Metal Lock Chip better, we could see CX begin to close the gap with heavyweight contenders like Wizard Rod, Shark Scale, Hover Wyvern, and more at the top end of the Beyblade X meta. And honestly, that's exciting, because it shows Takara Tomy is actively iterating based on player feedback. They're not just throwing metal at the problem, they're refining how CX interacts with the stadium and in turn, how the player base interacts with CX. So, what do you think? Are the pieces finally coming together for CX, or is CX going to continue to topple over? Let me know what you think down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. But with that said, like the video if you liked the video, and subscribe for more awesome Beyblade X content in your feed very, very soon. Don't forget to check out the brand new merch store, linked down below, for awesome apparel just like this. And remember to use code WIZARD at Bays & Bricks, Baylocker, and Newsel3D for 8 to 10% off your order. It's a great way to support the channel. If you want to support the channel even more, you can become a channel member by clicking the join button down below. Channel members get early access to videos and invite to an exclusive members-only Discord server and more. Thank you again to the current members of the Anti-Wizard Wizard Club shown on the screen now. Your support means the world to me. It's really, really deeply appreciated. Thank you so, so much. But with all of that said, thank you so much for watching. My name is Ryan with Anti-Wizard Wizard Club, and welcome to the club.